Hello there, gods and beautiful goddesses of your reality. Welcome back. This is Manifest with Jenny and Nutritiouslives. So today's probably going to be quite an emotional one, and I've got this vision and these thoughts of being very authentic in the moments that I'm going through things emotionally in my life, and being brave to actually articulate to you where I'm at. And I think previously I kind of had this notion, and it's true in the sense that thoughts and feelings change, which is inevitable. But because I'm so steadfast and so determined with who I am and what I want in my life, that I'm very confident to record and to be able to put this over to you, what I'm learning while I'm going through emotional pain, basically. And today I wanted to talk to you about a word that's come up. I mean, I've been on the school run, I've got no makeup on, and I just wanted to highlight this point to you. So hopefully this will give you food for thought, and it will click more so with your own manifesting journey, like it's clicking for me always. But a word that's come up and that has made an impact in my world at present is sacrifice. And sacrifice, when someone asks you to sacrifice, then it's got negative connotation for me, because I've stated in lots of previous videos about sacrifice and how we are too quick as humans to sacrifice for the sake of relationships or people in our life or our job, even to a certain degree our children, but to a certain degree, you know, because they're dependent on us to learn and grow. Of course, as a parent, we do make sacrifices, but we sacrifice in so many areas of our life. And what I've come to understand and what I realise is it's so detrimental to sacrifice ourselves the way that we do, and especially in love relationships. You know, to be a sacrificial lamb, it's not being a team player, you know. And going forward, when I choose and when I think of a loving, committed, I'm using the relationships at the minute, you know, love relationship, your partner. To sacrifice is the opposite of what I want. I want to be accepted by my partner for being authentically Jen. I want to accept my partner for being authentically them. Does that mean that you don't want to grow together and evolve together and learn from each other? No, that's exactly what I want. But to sacrifice yourself, it would never work, you know. And this is what I want to get over to you. It could only happen for a certain amount of time, and then what tends to happen is then we sacrifice more of ourselves. We don't understand we're even sacrificing ourselves. Or sacrifice and then sacrifice some more. And before we know it, we're not resembling who we actually are. Now, for me, with Nutritious Lives, because my business is really important, but even with my business, and hence I learned from emotion, this is what it's all about. It's all about emotion and being authentic. But if I was sacrificing who I am for my business, meaning that, you know, the way I could sacrifice myself would be to be inauthentic to you, to be going through things as a life coach and a manifestation coach, and actually give you a load of old codswallop at the end of it, because it's not really what I'm going through. So that is sacrificing, and I'm not prepared to do that in any area of my life, you know, apart from, as I say, the kids, because obviously I'm here to guide them and for them to learn their own lessons. But especially in relationships, that fundamentally it's lessons that we need to learn to have these loving, committed, lasting relationships, because we're meant to understand each other, we're meant to communicate together, we're meant to grow. You know, everybody is a sovereign being within a relationship. You know, I'm a sovereign being, and my partner, they're sovereign beings, and what we should be doing for each other is standing strong and loving and supporting each other as sovereign beings, you know, to really feel that love, to feel that joy that I'm going for, is to see that and to strengthen that, right? It's not to say to the other party, my ego doesn't like that, because I've got my vision and this is what I want, and if you're not showing up like that, then you know, I'm gonna try to make you sacrifice who you are. We're meant to come into these relationships with a sense of, I know who I am, I know what I want, and I want to evolve, learn and grow with that person, but not to strip back our identity and to think that that's love. Like we don't seem to question like, what is the feeling that I'm going for? Because I think if we were to really question the feelings of what we want getting into a committed relationship, it would highlight these things. You know, we go with our feelings, we want these quick fixes all the time. You know, you're not showing up the way I want, so I'm gonna do this to get myself a quick fix. Like even with your business, you know, like with me, with Nutritious Lives, what do I want to achieve at the end with my business? What's the feeling? You know, I want to feel successful, I want to feel appreciated, I want to love unconditionally. This is even in my business, but people are that eager to search, especially for material possessions. You know, we search for things thinking when I've got the time, you know, I'm doing this with my business, so when I can do all this, sacrifice myself, and then at the end of it I've got all this time to then just relax, and what is the feeling that you're going for then? What's your feeling at the end of that, when you're relaxing, or when you can take the pressure off? What have you got? What have you got in your life that's going to satisfy you? Are you going to feel loved? Are you going to feel appreciated? Are you going to feel whole? Or are you just winging it to say, my ego is telling me I want to do this for my business, or I want to do that in my relationship? in hopes at the end of it that's the feeling, because this is what society teaches us. We have to create that feeling at the start. We have to keep this vision in our head to be able to have these fulfilled feelings at the end of it. Every day I get up, and even now with going through what I'm going through, and I'm going through the pain. I'm going through pain at the moment. But I know that if I sacrifice myself in any sort of way, then my dreams and aspirations for how I want to feel at the end, it becomes null and void. It's not going to come into my orbit, you know. And this isn't to say again, not ego. This is not from a narcissistic tendency type of place where it's, you know, you're a bull in a china shop. It's coming from that such an unconditional place, because I never want to have anybody sacrifice for me. You know, that ain't a feeling I want to create, because that creates hurt, it creates pain, it creates frustration. You know, I don't want that. I want that person who I'm with to feel comfortable, to have room to grow, to learn their own lessons, because that's the way we become whole humans, is to learn, you know. And if it is that people in my life are requesting and wanting for me to sacrifice, I have to let them walk out my life. And I know I know we want to feel secure and loved and safe. I get it, that's what I want. But if someone isn't showing up with the understanding of who you are, you have to let them go, because they've got to learn their own lessons. And I just wanted you to understand, to maybe question where you're sacrificing and where you're expecting other people to sacrifice in their life. You know, make that decision every day to live authentically with who you are. You know, this is the only way you're going to really bring love, happiness, or whatever you're manifesting, whatever you want, specifically you as the individual, whatever you want to bring into your 3D reality. But never compromise, never sacrifice, compromise, but never sacrifice yourself. You know, I've learned these lessons, and I've vowed to myself I'm never going to sacrifice myself again, and I won't, because I understand what sacrificing is, you know. So I really hope that you understand my sentiment and what I'm trying to say to you. And I'm sending this message with such unconditional love. Bloody hell, I'm going to cry. Unconditional love and positive loving energy your way for today. And I'll see you in the next one.